you're on a rowing boat, and I was without like a tug or something. What's
Like
it
the
called?
rowing stick paddles?
Yeah, the paddle. And now I feel like I have paddles, so if I'm lost, I can just go somewhere, and not just float. Yeah.
Oh, my heart is just dancing right now. Well, Laura, my love, we're going to have a little chat today because you have just walked through my mental health mastery course. You've completed it. So I want to congratulate you on that. And I just want to ask you some casual questions. I was super excited to see when you enrolled, and I'm really grateful that you walked through it. I believe it took you around 6 weeks to walk through the course, right?
I think a bit less, like 5 or 4, 5.
That's so
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And like, do you want to share with me a little bit and everybody who will be watching this, what made you actually like choose to do this specific course? Like, where were you at when you started the course?
Well, I was already working on my mental health a lot for the months or the year before that. Like going through official channels like psychologists and those kind of things, which were also very helpful to a certain extent. And I was just looking for extra tools to, I would just say, to ramp it up a bit. And then you organized a free Zoom or a Google meeting as well. And I was really inspired by what you were saying. And it was also just like the psychologists, they are not vegan. So they probably don't understand like the full extent of what I'm thinking. Even though they do have some useful stuff, of course, to teach. But that was something I found with you, I guess, um, which just made it really resonate with me. And I've also, I did breathing before. I've already had like in my mind in the years before, like, oh, I really want to do journaling, and then I would just start like writing, and then for 2 days do it, and then stop again, and then do it for another few days and stop again. Um, and yeah, that's like, well, I've been writing like every day for the last 1.5 months, and I'm just so in love with it. It's so great.
It's so amazing, isn't it? How much space it gives us to just have these thoughts and the fog and the feelings, to give them the space that they deserve in this journaling structure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you commented that like on the journaling module, and then further down the course, you also commented how that kept coming back and how that is like one of your favorite tools. So I was so excited to see that because I love it too. Like every tool that I share in this course, like hands down, is my like I would live without it, but I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to. No, I'm like, this is
No.
so elevating. Like, how can we deal with these people that are so close to us, right? Which aren't vegan or aren't vegan yet on their journey to it? Because I mean, the closest ones to us, like we would love to see them go vegan the first, right? And that can be extremely challenging. Now that you've walked through the course and you've discovered the breath work, which also you've known about before, now you've deepened your knowledge and meditation, journaling, ecstatic dance, etc. All the tools you've learned. Did your relationship to the people that you are close to, let's say your friends and your family, did you already feel like you can treat them with a certain lightness or a certain different feeling?
I actually do. When I was feeling more stressed or down, I would also be like kind of sensitive when people were eating meat or something around me. And now it's much more just to myself, I think. And I feel I can see much more the positive in all sides of things. That's also a way that I can approach these people with positivity. So yeah, like I feel more grounded and stable, and not blown off, my mood being blown off by seeing something that I used to think was very profound, or whatever.
Oh my
So
God. Yes.
yeah,
That's really
yeah,
all that I wanted when I created this course. I was really to stabilize the mood of my vegan family, of you. And I love to just hear that back as an echo from you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you also.
So another thing that I would love for you to tell us is like, you've been now vegan for almost 4 years. Congrats on that, by the way. 4 years is a long time. We experience a lot of things being vegan for multiple years, and we face a lot of discussions, debates, etc. One thing that like I'd love to ask you now that you've walked through the mental health mastery course, when you look back at all those years of being a vegan, and you'd imagine having the tools and skills that you learned in this course, what challenges would you feel like would have been much easier to conquer or to walk through?
Fights that I had with my mother, and maybe some weakening of relationships with old friends that could have been prevented. Until 2.5 years ago, I think I was also doing street activism, and yeah, I also just got too tired and overwhelmed for that, so I quit that. Well, now I plan to do my next street activism the 3rd of December, so I do feel more ready for it again. Having better mental stability and emotional stability to handle with my peers and family, and to get out on the streets. I guess those would have been easier if I could reflect more on them with journaling and be stable with meditation. So yeah.
Like when I think back and I would have had these tools back then, I think for me, life would have been so much lighter and I could find joy faster again. When you look back and you would imagine yourself having learned what you learned in the course, how would you think your mental health journey would have been different?
Yeah, I guess it's also a lot that these tools give you a lot more clarity in any situation. So also the ability to reason in the moment that it's going bad, like, okay, this is a temporary thing, it will get better. Last year, there was like a time I just felt like I didn't know how to solve all of these problems that I was feeling. And I was just kind of also like on a waiting list for get this psychological help, and just waiting and like feeling like I couldn't do anything, because I tried breath work before, and I did have some help, but I kind of lost faith in it a bit, and just quit doing it. And this just made things get worse if I look back at it. And I guess having these tools, it's like having your personal therapist, which is just you as well. I think I can always feel like there's something I can do to make things even just a slightly bit bad, if they are bad.
I understand, right? You feel like you can always make them a little bit better and transmute out of these states a little more through having these self-therapeutic tools, which is what they are in the essence, right? Oh
Yeah.
my God, I love that. Oh my God, I love doing what we do here.
It's like you gave me how do you call shit, I don't know the right word, but if you're like you're on a rowing boat, and I was without like this,
like the rowing stick paddles.
Yeah, the paddle, and now I feel like I have paddles, so if I'm lost, I can just go somewhere, and not just float.
Oh, my heart is just dancing right now. When and we both know that there's a lot of people out there that like really feel lost like that. They feel like they're in the middle of a lake on a boat. Nice metaphor, by the way, really lovely. I might quote you on that in the future. But we know there's a lot of people out there in these rowing boats that don't have the paddles to paddle anywhere. What would you say to them watching this, knowing that this course is available like that?
Yeah, if you are lost and don't have anywhere to go, it can give you the tools to find your way back to a sunny place, and give you the tools to keep doing that in your life. So it's really just a very small investment for for going from nowhere to somewhere. So yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Which module surprised you? Which was most fun? Which maybe was a little bit challenging to walk through?
The order of the modules, like having the journaling first, I think is really convenient to learn this journaling for structure and clarity, because I guess that gave me the opportunity to write my intentions down to say to myself, oh, next week I want to do this module and I want to do this module. So that helps in finishing it in 5 weeks, I guess. I think it was quite clear how you were explaining everything. Yeah, it was really nice to know, like, both about meditation and about breath work. In meditation, how there are like these different states of consciousness of the waves and how you can influence these, and also with breath work, like the different modes of nervous system. And I'm really using that as well, like not only the Wim Hof breathing in the morning, but also just on a day, like I notice my breath being maybe a bit shallow and like, oh, I'm just going to do a box breath, or I'm just going to do 3 in, 6 out, and relax and get my food digested because I feel it needs to be digested. Yeah, ecstatic dance, loving that.
It's so much fun, isn't it? And it kind of combines a lot of these tools intuitively, like the way you breathe throughout the ecstatic dance, putting the awareness back to the breath sometimes. And it's also one of my favorites, ecstatic dance. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like you can say that you did some physical exercise while also having the choice to just lay down for half an hour if you want. I didn't do that, but I did for 5 minutes. Yeah.
It's one of the highest quality investments in yourself, I think one can do, really. And it sounds to me like it's so smart of you to use the breathing techniques as a way to like further interact. You said that you're using it to slow down if you need time to digest and rest, right? And like the course doesn't end when the course ends, and these tools never end when you've learned them. They can be influenced and integrated into anywhere in your life. Like when I'm at work sometimes and I feel a little bit low energy, I'm using the energized breath work, the 3-minute one, to really get my energy like up again in 3 minutes and have focus for another hour or two. So I love that you also experience it as a language that helps you interact with your body deeper. Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your experience on the course and on the tools with us and all of that. And I'm excited to further stay connected with you. I've already invited you into the membership. 2 times a month, I will be hosting these live events, which like include breathwork, meditation, and ecstatic dance. And I'm currently just finishing like the members area of this new membership, which comes with meditation practices, breathwork practices, and ecstatic dances, new ones. Not all of them are new to you. Some of them will be the ones that are also in the course. So I'm looking forward to spend some time with you in that membership. Like I want to hang out with you more. Right?
Yeah, me too.
Yes, and that will be like today in person, that we have live meetings. And that's the one thing that the course doesn't provide, but this membership provides, is like having the actual live contact, which in my experience always creates so much like depth and momentum with the people I get to hang out with. So I'm very looking forward to that.
Cool. And it's like people from all over the world.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.